Hey guys, so this will be my first video for preparation for college football championship. So it will be, as you could probably tell from the thumbnail, Washington versus Michigan, and yeah, I have been to both Washington and Michigan games. Really game. I've only had a small sample of them playing, but both were really tough games. Both were the total of the wins were really 9 points. Washington played their toughest game yet. Um, yeah, I would say that Oregon State put up a very good fight against Washington. Um, Struggled more so than the Texas game, although Texas was a nail biter. Um, Washington was in total control the whole game, um, and I'll be 100% honest. Um, I think Washington is one of the most technical technical ready teams out there. They just know how to control the game and keep control. The Oregon State game was the only time I saw, because I've seen them on TV too. It's the only time that they really were under pressure, but even then, they felt calm. They felt in control. At the end, their defense was incredible, and I think that's something that not many people are talking about. And yeah, just going into the stats, because Michigan is fantastic, but they had a lot of mistakes in the Alabama game. They almost gave away the game even though they were the better team. That's how close it was to me. With Washington going against Texas, they were in control of the game. I knew it was getting down to the wire, but I was pretty certain the defense would be good. They have a really good red zone defense, and that's exactly what they did. Um, I figured it was going to be a close game. Washington would win. It was going to be a touchdown or less, and that's what happened. So, when looking at the stats, we have Michigan, who has passing yards, and everything's updated, and it's on ESPN site. What the heck is going on? Okay, there we go. Passing yards is 2,851 for JJ McCarthy. Rushing yards for Corum is 1,111. Receiving yards 735. Tackles is 89. And interceptions is 5. That is all fantastic. Um, the interceptions is really what stands out, but they had no interceptions in the Alabama game, which was kind of a little bit shocking to me. I figured they might get some kind of an interception, but this is what is so insane. If you're looking at this just stats wise, passing yards, Michael Penix, 4,648. Insane. Receiving yards, 1,162. Or no, that's rushing yards, 1,162. Receiving yards, that's even more than that, 1,553. Tackles is 98. And interceptions is 3. Don't get me wrong, Washington has a very good defense. Insanely good defense. So underrated. underrated. Everybody, if anybody knows a little bit about Washington, they know they are a really good passing team. What most people don't realize is they're a really good rushing team, and they have more rushing yards than Michigan, and I don't think that's talked about enough. I really don't. I think 100% Washington's offense is going to be on the gas. I expect them to. They just got to go, 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 go. 100%. I honestly think they were holding back somewhat in the Texas game. That's what I think. They just wanted to feel like they wanted to be in control, not do too much to blow everything out. I think they honestly are the best led team in college football. They are the most consistent team. They're not the flashiest. They're not the most out of this world. Kind of like, oh my gosh, this guy made this cast, blah, 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 this and that. They've done a great job. But they are consistent. And I think Michael Penix, during the Heisman Trophy show or whatever it was, he stated it. I want to win. He is leading his team to win. And I'm going to be 100% honest on the Heisman. The Heisman, he got snubbed. He got 100% snubbed. He should have had the Heisman Trophy. Daniels never should have got it. I honestly would have put him behind Bo Nix. I think it should have been 100%, without a doubt. Penix should have had the Heisman. It was a shame. It is sad. It is not what the Heisman Trophy is about. It is not about padding your stats. Michael Penix has done anything but that. Every single one of these passing yards, every single one of them, he's earned. He has led his team through an undefeated season, through very difficult Pac-12 conference. I would argue and say the Pac-12 is way more difficult than the Big Ten. But let this game speak for itself. When the college football championship happens, we will find out. And I think 100% Michigan has to keep scoring. It's going to be Washington either pulls away or can they keep up. I think that's 100% how it is. Michigan has a strong offensive line. That was shown in the Alabama game. But what the Alabama game showed is they did not play a perfect game. They have made mistakes. And Washington, they made no mistakes, really, in the college football playoff game they played in the Sugar Bowl. I don't think this... With the Alabama game, there was ifs, maybes, beating Michigan. It really depended on was it going to be the Georgia team that they play, or was it going to be the Alabama against Texas? And it was the Alabama against Texas. It was not a pretty game. It was a lot of fun to watch, very exciting. I loved being at the Rose Bowl. But I'm going to say it like it is. Michigan, they're for real, but I don't think they're going to keep up with Washington. I could be wrong. But that's what I look at when I'm looking at the stats, going back to the games that I've watched. I would not be surprised if Washington wins by 10 or more. That's how confident I feel about this. Michigan has to be able to stop them offensively, and I don't know if they can. I really don't know. I don't think so. I don't think Michigan has played a team like Washington. I don't think like Texas played teams similar to Washington. They just couldn't keep up. They were behind and they couldn't keep up. They tried playing catch up. I couldn't do it. Um, and I think that the game really wasn't as close as people are making it out to be. I think that last drive was methodical on defensive wise and give the defensive coordinator for Washington a ton of props. He has not gotten the recognition he deserves. Washington has had a fantastic season, and I would be very surprised if they don't win the national championship. Um, it's just it's. I don't see it any other way. I don't see it any other way. I do not think Washington is going to be making mistakes. They don't make very many mistakes. The Oregon State game. Oregon State played a fantastic game. They only made one mistake, and that was the safety, and that's why they lost. They would have gone into overtime. They made one mistake. They played a lights. Oregon State played the game of their lives. They played the game of their lives. And they could have, I think that team could have beaten Oregon no problem. That's how confident, like, that's how confident I felt. Oregon State did not play Oregon at their best. They are, I already know those rumors about the players already knowing before the game, that was all true. I already know. I live in Corvallis. I know that was true. And it sucks. It really does, because Oregon State, it would have been such a good game going against Oregon. And to hear that and be like, oh, I went to that game and it wasn't at full Oregon State at full power. And it totally was a different Oregon State team. It is sad. But yes, I mean, it's going to be a great game. I could see it Washington pulling away though. That's my thoughts. If anybody's got any comments or questions or whatnot, leave a comment below. And yeah, I mean, who do you guys think will win? Maybe you guys are looking at it from a different viewpoint. And I mean, Michigan played a tough game against Alabama. Alabama was no slouch, but boy, it was one heck of a game, and I enjoyed being there. But I don't think they're quite there, and I think it's going to, like I said, a 10-point win plus. I would not be shocked. But Washington has also played very close games like that Oregon State game, the Oregon game. They've played close games too, and they're so good at controlling the field, controlling the clock, controlling the whole football game. Personally, for me, I've never seen a game controlled like them, and I can't believe how underrated they are. You look at strength of record. Number 2 is Michigan. Oh my gosh, number 1 is Washington. It is insane. Absolutely insane. These two teams are right there. You look at the power index. Michigan is number 1. Where's Washington? Number 13. They are not a blue chip team, a blue chip college football team. this might be the first time a non-blue chip college football team wins a championship. This might be the first since the blue chip um, has been a thing. I can't wait for this game. It's going to be good. It is going to be a great game. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped for this. I know my team, Oregon State. I also know Alabama. Another my two teams that I really follow. Um, they're not in it, but I'm actually really happy and excited for this game. I think it's going to be good. I think quite undoubtedly, I think these are two of the top teams in college football. I don't think they got anything wrong with the playoff committee, blah blah blah. I was always saying let everything unfold itself, and it has. I think there's without a doubt Michigan and Washington are quite clearly the top teams, and it'll be a great, fantastic game. And I have to say that the college football playoff committee, they got disrespect that they should not have gotten. They should have not. It was literally just a ploy by Florida State fans and Florida State. I mean, they're even talking about saying Alabama should have not been in. They lost in overtime. It doesn't make sense. But, anyways, I'm excited for this game. It's going to be such a good game. It's going to be so much fun. I mean, it's going to be. I'm looking for a high scoring game. I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be fun. A lot of passing mixed in with some running. That's what I see for Washington. Michigan, there might be some passing, but I'm seeing more running. They saw a lot of success running against Alabama too, so I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun, and that's my view on the game. That's what I predict. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.